Hello everybody, I'm Jonathan. Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm gonna show you my process doing a penguin. I'm gonna draw and show you my process. So we're gonna start right now. Yes, if you know already my channel, this is a new introduction here, and what I'm gonna show you guys here, this is my sketch stage. And I've just speed up here, and then this is not a drawing tutorial. I'm just showing you my process. After I finish my sketch, I use it to decrease the opacity and start to draw the geometric shapes over this sketch. And here I've just insert the rectangle tool, and now I'm using the corner tool to make the edges of this rectangle rounded. And as you can see here, I'm using the node tool to add some points and make this vector more rounded. Just to remember you that you can change anything in any stage because you are doing vector, right? And here I'm creating the inside piece of the body using the pen tool, alright? And I like to make the polygon first, and after then I like to use the pen tool, the node tool, to make the curves. And what I'm gonna do here, I'm duplicating this side and flipping to this both sides, and you have to make sure that these two sides are selected, and you just need to add, in this case you are merging them. And now I'm gonna start to make the penguin beak using the pen tool, and as you can see again, I'm using the node tool just to adjust the curves. I don't like to use the pen tool to make the curves. And of course this is not a rule, I just like to use the pen tool to make the polygons, and we can use the node tool to adjust these nodes. And here I'm gonna start the eyes ball, just insert a circle and you'll be fine. And now I'm gonna duplicate this circle and make the inside eyes ball. Just drag in, you're gonna see what's happened. And here I'm using the pencil tool. This means that I'm drawing the vector freely. And here I'm applying the transparency tool over these light shapes in these eyes. And of course you can adjust the lines as you see more properly. And now I will do the eyelashes using the pencil tool, as you can see here, and I'm gonna use the node tool to adjust these curves. And after then you can decrease the sketch opacity over your drawing. And now I'm gonna use the fill tool to add some shadings in these eyes. If you are familiar with my channel, you probably know that I love to use the fill tool to make my shadings. And before I forget what I want to say, if you guys feel a little bit lost in my process, please just pause or slow down the video. You guys can do this because I'm doing this video to be sort of fast with quick tips. It's not supposed to have 30 minutes here. And back in here, as you can see, I'm doing the same stage that I did from the front piece. Just duplicate on side and flip as you see. And as you may notice here, my art is quite organic. I mean this because I like to try new things, and you can try, see what's happened and back, and so you can see nice results. And now I'm gonna draw the feet, and I will arrange this feet behind the body. Easy, right? Hopefully our shapes are done and we can disable the sketch layer. And I'm gonna use again the fill tool to make this shading the body of this penguin, as you can see here. And my tip about the shading, try to use some points to make the light. And I think it's time to add some details to these eyes, and I'm doing this by adding this stroke, and you can adjust these curves to make this more precisely. And now I'm gonna open the layer effects panel and add the inner shadow. As you can see here, I'm manipulating the options at the bottom. The trick here, I'm gonna copy these layer effects and apply to another eyes, as you can see here. And again, my design is supposed to be really organic, so I can change in any stage. And I will just make sure that the beak is selected, and I can apply the fill tool, as you can see here. You guys can change this mode. I'm using here the ellipse mode and make this sort of the light, you know. If you already follow me on Instagram or Facebook, probably you are already familiar with my tips. And if you don't, I will add the link at the description below and you can follow as well. And now I'm gonna use the pencil tool to add some lights. I like to use the pencil tool with transparency tool to make these quick lights reflect, you know. I'm applying this at his head, at his arms. The only thing that I don't like about the pencil tool is because your shapes will become with a lot of random nodes. And now I'm gonna select this white shape from this penguin and I will apply the inner glow. This inner glow will not be sort of glow, it will be a shadow. As you can see here, I'm applying this sort of shading stuffs, you know. And here I'm doing this again, this shading with fill tool, as you can notice. And yes, that is all for a while, but don't leave it at this moment. I'm just applying this shading. Okay, and remember to apply the shadows and the lights because you know the legs is below of this body. And here I'm just selecting this pupil and duplicating this and applying this black shape because I don't feel really comfortable with just blue eyes, you know, but I think this is much better now. And finally, I'm gonna select my vector brush that is free. You guys can download this at the link below. What I'm gonna do here, I will make this light with this special vector brush, you know, as you can see here. And just remember you that you need to have this vector tool activated in order to select this brush, alright? And now I'm gonna draw a single line over this beak, and you guys can use a white or whatever you want, but I'm gonna use the layer mode using overlay here, as you can see. And I'm gonna start to draw the background. And I've just started this background with a rectangle and use some color, whatever color you want, and change this corner type to rounded and add some stroke here and choose some color. Basically this penguin is already, but I like to make some background things, so I'm gonna use my favorite thing, that is my natural package. It is available on my Node if you guys want to grab some. And if you guys want to see how this works, you can download my dinosaur package that is totally free. And here I'm giving this environment about the snowing background, and this is a tileable pattern, so basically you guys can drag whatever you want by the size, you know. And here I'm gonna apply the shadow with my technique, you know. I'm just using the soft with Gaussian blur, as you can see. And I will open the layers panel and I will select the body and apply inner glow effects, as you can see here. I'm using this like sort of light. And just to wrap up this video, I'd like to ask you guys, if you are not subscribed here, please subscribe to support this video because it's really tough to make this video. I'm not native English speaker. I try to do my best here, but thanks so much, very much for following me here, and I hope to bring more contents, even more. And probably I'm gonna start as soon as I can a live streaming. So see you in the next video.